I think I've pretty much finished both of my fuel tanks. They're all put together, riveted together, sealed up, and closed. The only main last step that I had to do was perform the leak testing. Now, in order to make sure your tank doesn't have any leaks, you have to buy a leak test kit from Vans. And this kit comes with a couple of components. The first thing it comes with is a cap for the fuel out, but I had to buy separately a second cap because I also installed a fuel return line on my tanks. It also comes with a Presta valve that you put on this kind of flange or whatever this is to where you normally use to drain fuel from your tank. You put a Presta valve on here or a valve stem through which you can put air into your fuel tank. It also comes with this thing right here, which I'm not really sure what it's for and I'm not curious enough to find out. Once these things are installed, you then need to pump your tanks full of air. Now, it's entirely possible for you to pump your tanks so full of air that they're actually going to burst. So in order to prevent that, through the vent line, you kind of attach a balloon like you see here. Then when you fill up the tank full of air, this balloon starts to inflate and the balloon is actually going to pop before the tank will. And so it's kind of like a safety. Anyway, after you have the tank full of air, what you do is you take them outside and you just spray them down with soapy water. I even got like kids bubble stuff solution from Amazon because I want it to be the soapiest, most bubbliest stuff. Dish soap works fine though too. So I sprayed down both tanks in their entirety multiple times and I looked for air leaks coming out, like little bubbles forming around rivets and things like that, and I saw nothing. So I was pretty sure that these tanks didn't have any leaks. But just to be sure, I left them full of air in my house like this for the last 3.5, almost 4 weeks now. And like your mom, these balloons are still as round and as plump as they were 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago when I filled them up. So I'm really happy about that. Anyway, it looks like I have 2 tanks that don't have leaks. So fantastic. The only thing I need to do with the left tank anyway is I need to finish wiring it. But other than that, I think I'm done with the fuel tanks. I need to wire the outboard sensor to the inboard sensor, but other than that, I'm done. And once I do that, I'm going to throw these tanks on the wings and get it out of the way. Next up is for me to continue or start work on the fuselage, which I am really, really excited for. I think I mentioned this before, but right now I have airplane parts scattered all over the house, and I don't think my wife really even believes that I'm actually building an airplane. She can see all these little parts everywhere, but nothing's coming together in a way that's obvious to somebody who's not building an airplane that, yes, there's actually an airplane being built. So the fuselage is going to be different because I'm going to have a big chunk of plane in my garage that actually looks like an airplane. The fuselage is where you sit, put your baggage, where the instruments are and things like that. So I'm excited to start working on that. Plus, working on the wings is so repetitive. I swear the last year, year and a half, when I've been primarily working on the wings has just been mind-numbingly, I'm tired of it. And so I'm excited to start working on the fuselage and create something new. Anyway, that's it for this video. Next video, I'm going to start working on the fuselage.